Myself, Gurvinder Singh. I'm from United SIKHS and based in Melbourne, Victoria. United SIKHS is an international NGO, which is an international humanitarian and human rights organization. Started in 1999 from New York, and we got 11 chapters around the globe. And I am involved in the Australian chapter, which was established in 2001. Since the pandemic hit, everybody was in a chaos. Everybody was under a big trauma because especially the Melbourne, Victoria was in the longest lockdown in as compared to the other cities of Australia. From my personal experience, last year, September 2021, my wife was 6 weeks pregnant. She wanted her family members, her parents or my parents, as a supportive member of the family with her during the pregnancy, but with the lockdown situation in Australia or in Melbourne especially, it was impossible to get a support from our parents. So we decided to leave the country for a year to stay with our parents, so her pregnancy can be smooth, she can deliver a baby with the family members and get a family support. A bit of a challenge as well for us, and it makes my life upside down, so leaving a country, putting everything on storage and putting a house on rent, staying away from the country without income, delivering a baby overseas, incurring all the medical expenses, and then coming back to Australia after a year. So my life is totally upside down at the moment. In terms of the COVID, United SIKHS served globally nearly 4 million meals to the vulnerables in each and every continent of the globe. And in Australia, we have served nearly close to 500,000 meals, cooked meals. And on top of that, we served grocery packs to the vulnerables, international students, elderlies, disabled, Aboriginals, or any other people who are directly affected by the COVID. We normally work in the greater west of the Melbourne and Wyndham Council, Melton, Brimbank, this area from the western side, where the numbers of the COVID infected people were the highest in the state. So we've served those people meals, facilities, door-to-door deliveries, and definitely the pandemic affected our volunteers as well. So everybody was scared with the COVID infection rate and everything, because at that time there was no vaccines. We do not have any plan at all, like when the vaccine is going to come over or when we're going to come over out of this lockdown. So the situation was really very tense at the time. As part of the NGO, our program was to fill the gaps where the government couldn't, reach out to those people from the different backgrounds, people who need support. So we provided those facilities, I can say, or fulfill those needs to those vulnerables. As I said, elderlies, Aboriginal peoples as well, and people from different faith backgrounds who have a language barrier, who are not able to reach out to someone. So our volunteers reached out to them and provided them with the sufficient aid material. It was not easy at all. As I said, with the COVID infection, everyone was scared, especially the people with the younger families or kids. They do not come out. They do not want to come out of the home, so to serve the other people. But on the other side, we do have some active volunteers who are still doing volunteer work with us from day one, who gathered the groceries or donations from the different people, from the businesses or from other food bank. And then we have some other dedicated volunteers, chefs who are cooking meals. Special thanks to the local gurdwaras, and they helped us out with cooking the meals. And then we have some other people, other volunteers who are helping us with the logistics and delivering the food to the doorstep of the people. The biggest challenge was the logistics, definitely, and because of the number of volunteers, we have very less volunteers who are serving the people at that time, and with the lesser manpower, we have to deliver at the doorstep of different people. So that was the biggest challenge as well. And also on the other side, we got a support from the council, we got a support from local community centres. I especially want to mention the city of Wyndham and Wyndham Park Community Centre, where they provided us facilities where we can store our meals or grocery packs, where people also can come over and collect those things as well. As the COVID safe guidelines were provided by the Victorian government. So volunteers have to follow the guidelines as well, and it slows down the process, and also it's kind of a challenge as well when we dictate those COVID safe plans to the volunteers, and they got a bit scared as well while doing the community service. So it is a volunteer job, it's not a paid job. But still, that was a bit of a hassle as well, or I can say a challenge for us to organize the volunteers. And the second thing was the logistics. What we have planned is to set up a disaster relief team. We have got a fully equipped food van where we can store our meals, probably 400 to 500 meals in a moving van with the generator and everything, so the meals can stay warmer. We can go to the different remote locations and serve the vulnerables during the man-made or natural disasters. And that is a plan for future as well. And now when the pandemic is over and everybody is vaccinated, so we can meet physically, we can do physical meetings and make more plans. I am triple vaccinated, yeah. Everybody's different, some people do get headaches or some people do get some kind of pain, but I was kind of okay. People initially do not want to get vaccinated, but I think with the conditions, everybody's vaccinated nowadays.